My name is Victor. I was once a watchmaker, a man lost in a complex mathematics of music. For me, life was a mechanical rhythm. It was a symphony of gears, springs, and every tick working in perfect harmony. That is, until I came across that watch. I found it in the dusty old watch repair shop of my father and his father before him. From the outside, it looked like an ordinary pocket watch. But when I cleaned the glass and opened the inside, I saw that its mechanism was not like any I had ever seen. The gears did not conform to any known mechanics. Some turned clockwise, some in reverse, but they were all in perfect harmony. It was as if they were not manipulating time forward and backward, but in another dimension. At first, I saw it as a final puzzle left by my father. I dedicated myself to solving that complex mechanism. Days, weeks, months passed. My shop turned into a labyrinth of fantasy. Notes, drawings, and calculations were everywhere. The sleeplessness and fatigue were nothing compared to the mystery of that watch. That watch wanted more from me. It wanted not only to be repaired, but to be understood. One night, while I was working, I heard a small tick. It was as if a gear had moved out of place. I picked up the watch and saw that a small gear in the mechanism was turning in the opposite direction. The gear was trying to find its own rhythm, independent of the others. At that moment, I understood what that gear wanted. It wanted its voice to be heard. I made that tick a part of the melody. I added a spring, and that tick was now much clearer, much more distinct. But that tick did not come alone. I heard an old, muffled laugh that followed it. At first, it came from a great distance, but it was getting closer. It was frightening, but at the same time, it was alluring. It was as if that laugh was calling me somewhere. I didn't understand where, but I knew I had to go. After that day, every tick from the watch started to bring a sound. Sometimes the murmur of an old lullaby, sometimes a fragment of a lost melody, and sometimes a whisper. "Come back," the voice said. "Take me home." These voices whispered memories that were not mine. The memories, faces, and voices of people I didn't know echoed in my brain. The watch wasn't just a mechanical tool. It was a recording device. I understood that the watch was a glitch in time itself. And the more I tried to fix it, the bigger I made that glitch. Every tick of the watch was summoning a fragment, a memory, a soul from the past back into the world. That laugh, that whisper, they were souls trapped inside the watch, lost in time. I was no longer a watchmaker. I had become a gatekeeper. This gate was between the past and the present. Every time I repaired the watch, it became louder. My shop had turned into a cacophony of ghosts, whispers, and laughter. I couldn't sleep at night. Whenever I tried to fall asleep, the strange sounds of the watch kept me awake. Sometimes a mother sang a lullaby to her child. Sometimes a soldier gave a command in the middle of a battle. And always that laugh, that first laugh I always heard. One morning I heard another whisper from inside the watch. It was a terrified, shaky voice. "Please, tell Elara. Tell her to take back time." At that moment, I heard the name of Elara, the character from the first story. I had heard her name in the watch inside time itself.
this, this was impossible. My watch was connected to the other story, to that bell. I wasn't just writing a story, I was connecting them. The watch was a victim of something, and I had become a part of it. But as a watchmaker, I wanted to save it. As a repairman, I believed that everything had a solution. One last time, I bent over the watch. In the center of the mechanism, there was a small, shiny key. This key was not a part of the mechanism itself. It seemed as if it had been added later. I turned that key, and at that moment, all sounds stopped. The mechanical sounds, the ticks, the whispers, they all stopped. The watch was finally silent. But silence was not a blessing. Silence was a curse, because when I turned that key, all the souls trapped inside the watch were set free. That key was the key that opened the door.
Now my shop is empty. The watch is on my desk. It doesn't tick. It doesn't make a sound. But I can still hear all those sounds. On the street, at the market, everywhere. Those whispers, that laughter, that lullaby, they are everywhere. They are the souls that have been set free, and I had become the door they opened to their world. You know what the scariest part is? When I turned that key, I heard one last voice trapped in that watch. It was my own voice. My voice was also trapped in the watch. I had set myself free as well. To escape this cycle of time, I had to sacrifice myself, but I turned the key. Now, forever, I am a part of that watch, and I continue to be the voice of that past.